Hey guys, today's blog is brought to you from home in front of the lovely fireplace. It's been a really long time since I've done a blog. A lot has happened in the meantime. I leave for Rome in less than 2 weeks. I leave on the 30th. So far, pretty much everything has been logistically taken care of. I have received my visa back, which is really encouraging. I have a place to live there, but they're still figuring things out on their end, so I don't know where I'm living yet, which, I don't know. I know it's coming, so I'm not super worried. It would just be kind of nice to know. But there's a lot of little logistical things I need to figure out, like the visa office did not return my driver's license, so I need to go get another driver's license before I go. And I'm really starting to feel the pressure of needing to cram the language into my head. But for the most part, the big things are done. I've been having a lot of not strange, but just unexpected feelings as it's coming closer. It's been interesting, but I've actually had a lot of fear lately going into it. I'm scared for a couple different reasons. First of all, just practically, I'm kind of scared about making friends, I'm just kind of nervous about the dynamics of how I'm going to meet people and how I'm going to live with people. It's hard to picture that when I don't even know where I'll be living or if I will have roommates or not. I'm also getting really scared that I'm scared that I'm gonna waste my time while I'm there. One of my goals in going into this year is to make it a time when I do things that I wouldn't normally do. So I'm stepping out on this adventure, I'm being brave, but I can be a person that can tend to take a lot of time to process and really slow myself down and take myself out of the moment. But I'm only gonna have 4 months here, and I don't want to miss an opportunity because I'm deciding to play it safe. I think I'm nervous that I'm going to get so overwhelmed that I'm going to choose comfort and the ease of things that are familiar and that are comfortable rather than leaning into the challenge and really facing that growth. That's something that will develop me as a person, but especially trying to view it spiritually, I know that God is going to work so much more when I'm giving things over to Him and when I'm relying wholly on Him. And I think my comfort could pretty easily become an idol for me. So that's something to be praying for me. Just pray that I will be really leaning into the adventures that He has for me. I was in Michigan earlier this week, and I thought of going to chapel at school, and I decided not to, and I just went to the beach and walked alone on the frozen beach and prayed while it was snowing. It was beautiful, and God just showed me that I've been believing some lies about myself and about this trip that are causing me to have these fears. And one of those lies is that I might do something that will mess up His plan. So if I'm not giving of myself enough and pushing myself hard enough, and if I just become a slave to comfort and things that are easy, that I'm gonna ruin God's plan for me and nothing good will come of it. And while having an idol is never good, the truth of the gospel is that God shows us again and again that making a mistake won't take us out of His plan. He's gonna work with us through that. So God has just been revealing His truth to me that these fears are unwarranted because anything I do will never be enough to put me outside of His will and His plan for me on this trip. God doesn't want us to be fearful. We're not supposed to live a life of fear. Something else, another lie that God is showing me that I was believing was related to my being nervous about making friends. I can be kind of shy, but I can also be kind of outgoing and kind of wildly friendly sometimes and super willing to love people. And I think I had just been defining myself in my head as that shy girl that's gonna have a hard time making friends. And God gave me the grace to realize that Meredith, sure, I might behave that way, but I'm not defined by that. I am friendly, and God has given me bravery to do things that might be uncomfortable, but will help me in building those relationships and getting to know those people and making friends and having a good time. So yeah, I did not realize going into this trip. I haven't even left yet, and I didn't realize that this was going to be a time for God to teach me about the lies in my life, but it absolutely is. And even with the fear that is still remaining, God is just showing me, like, time and again, like, how much in control He is and how much He has for me. Last week I went to a campus ministry event and we sang the song Oceans, but I just felt like one of the verses like spoke exactly into what I was feeling as I'm getting ready to leave, and so I'll just close by reading it because I thought it was absolutely what I needed. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed and you won't start now. That verse from that song is just something that I have been praying over myself. I would love it if you prayed it over me. And in the meantime, I will continue to get ready for this trip, literally, physically getting ready, and probably mostly emotionally, spiritually getting ready. And I will keep you guys posted.